Batman Forever on the Sega Genesis. I've never played this. It's supposed to be bad. Now, I love Batman, and I love Batman video games, most of them that I've played. I don't think I've actually played a bad Batman video game. I'm sure I have. Anyway, yeah, Batman Forever. I think this is a tie-in with the awful movie that we had. And I can't remember who played Batman in that. I'm sure some of you guys will let me know. And, okay, we've got one player and play the game. I'm assuming that one player, you can toggle that to two players. How's that work? Do you both play as Batmen? That makes no sense. Ah, the speech there. Oh, okay. Oh, of course. So one of you would be Robin. Okay. It's all coming back to me now, the film that is. Yeah, it's supposed to be bad. I remember seeing screenshots of this when it was doing the rounds way back in the day, and I thought it looked pretty cool from screenshots, but for whatever reason, I've never got round to playing it. And I think a lot of the reviews around the time, now I have got some reviews open on the other monitor here, but a lot of people were saying that the graphics were pretty good, but it was more of like a showcase of digitalized sprites, or digitized, not digitalized. Speaking of digitized sprites, look at this. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, just getting used to the moves here, guys. Just practicing as I take out Mad Jake here. I like the fact he's got his own name. I wonder if that will apply to all of the enemies. Will they all get their individual names here? Let's have a look. Oh, that's weird. Start does that. There's no pause. Start does that with the cape, which I'm assuming is your block. Or maybe it's when enemies have got throwables. You have to use that. Or bullets. Guns, not bullets. Guns and bullets. Anyway, that was Mad Ned. So yeah, they've all got their own individual names. I like that. I think that's cool. It's Mad Phil. Everyone's mad. This is Arkham Asylum, isn't it? The outskirts of it. The sewers of Arkham Asylum. It did say earlier, didn't it? But I wasn't really reading. I wasn't taking any notice of it. Oh my god, there's speech. That was the Riddler, I think, speaking. And you could hardly hear it. Don't even bother having speech if it's going to be that muffled. You could not make out what he was saying. I'm assuming it was the Riddler. As we get rid of Mad John. Mad John. Anyway. Right, where do I go now? What's going on? Can I use the bat rope thing? Right, where do I go? This music is terrible, by the way. Does not suit the game, in my opinion. I don't know where to go! That does nothing. Right, let's just try... There you go. Straight up. Okay. Can I do anything with this? There we go. I wouldn't say this is bad. It's just a little bit tedious, I would say. It's just already I'm starting to be like, is this it? It surely can't just be this for the entire game. But why not, I guess? I mean, it's a beat-em-up of sorts. It's a platformer beat-em-up. What is this, actually? What is the style of game, guys? What would you say? So there was a Game Gear version of this. Oh, it's the weird speech again. Listen. You can't hear it. It's so muffled. The controls are clunky as all hell. You have to press... For me, on the PS5 controller, you have to press circle and X together to fire off the bat rope. Again, I can't remember what it's officially known as. But it does it diagonally. So if you want to do it straight and up, like I was trying earlier, it's the same button press, but then up on the D-pad as well. It's all just finicky. I find it finicky. I also find the scenery to be really obnoxious. And I know it's done for artist effect here, but especially the stuff at the forefront is what I mean, at the front of the screen. I'm wording stuff terribly, I know. But look, it's Yeah, obnoxious. It's just in my way. Right, there we go. So in regards to reviews, I'll try and play and read here. The 4 reviewers of EGM praised the Game Gear version as having graphics that are virtually identical to those of the Genesis and SNES versions, but overall dismissed the game in general, this is, on all systems, due to the poor controls, explaining that punching enemies is nothing more than a delayed sequence that continues well after the enemy is dead. Yeah, it's very, very clunky to play, guys. Very clunky. Is Mad Jeff and Mad Pete. I think the animations are top draw. I think they look fantastic. It's all very Mortal Kombat, isn't it? It actually does remind me of Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. I featured it on Bad Video Games. It's actually in the intro. There's footage of it in the intro to this channel of me playing that game. Mythologies. Absolutely diabolical video game that was. And this reminds me of that. It's another platformer beat 'em up. I'm still not entirely sure what the genre is. Let's just call it an action adventure and be done with that. Come on then, how'd you get down there? Come on. There we go. It's so clunky. Right. Oh, and again. Oh, it's the Creditor. The scenery, guys. Not so bad here. But look, you just get stuck not stuck, but you just get lost behind stuff all the time. I don't like that. They could have been a little bit more subtle with it, a bit more clever. It's so... there. It's so off-putting, basically. It doesn't help that the screen is tiny as well on this, with the borders, look. I'm going to assume that was due to memory-related stuff, because we're playing a video game with digitized sprites. I mean, everyone's digitized. Are they motion captured? I don't know. So yeah, they have to kind of cram it into this narrow... Where the hell do we go? It's just pitch black. Where's the fire eater? Because it's showing his energy bar. Oh, I don't know what to do. It must be back. It must be go back to that place where I got lost. I'll probably edit this video, guys, because... Oh my god, I done it by accident. After all that, I was in the right place. Yeah, I'll edit this video because I was just running around for like 2 hours. There are secrets to find, Riddler secrets. I know that because I read that on the wiki earlier. I can't be bothered to look for them. I don't like this game. Is it terrible? I don't think it's terrible. It is a bad game though, for sure. Look at the enemies. They get stuck next to each other. It's just bland, guys. It's just a bland video game. In a world where we had many interesting, enjoyable Batman video games. Even around this time we did. We had the brilliant Batman the movie game. I mean, even going way back, Batman the Caped Crusader on the Commodore Amiga and all the 8-bits as well. That was fantastic. We had the Batman game on Genesis, where it's Christmas. I want to say Batman Returns. That's fantastic. I really love that game. And there's like Batmobile sections as well, isn't there, in that game? But this is just boring, as the film was absolutely awful as well, in my opinion. Oh, there's someone just called Lunatic. They've given up now naming them. It's just, yeah, let's just call him Lunatic. At least before it was like Mad John, Mad Dan, etc. Now it's just like Ragwort and Lunatic. Yeah, I don't like this, guys. So in regards to review scores, it had 6.2 out of 10. That's a weird score. 6.2 out of 10 at EGM. The Genesis version, though, in a retrospective review, I think this is, it got 83 out of 100 at Happy Consolas, which I'm assuming is a Spanish publication. But in general, the reception was negative. Frank Snyder of Computer Game Review wrote that the actual experience of playing Batman Forever isn't much better than that of watching the movie. And Batman Forever was a major commercial failure, which tells you everything you need to know. And it is poor, this. The music is so weird. It's like seedy jazz nightclub music, like backstreet jazz bar, like in a noir film, like a detective noir. I mean, I guess Batman is a detective of sorts, isn't he? Maybe I'm being a little bit overly critical there when it comes to the audio. But I'm not going back on my point. I'm sticking firm to my point about the speech. The speech is woeful in this. Just don't have it. You can't hear it. So yeah, this is crap. The more I play, the more I dislike this game. It's just tedious. I reiterate, I don't think it's terrible. This is like a 6 out of 10 game, in my opinion, which isn't terrible. We've played far worse for the channel, but it definitely deserves its place on the infamous Bad Video Games playlist here at the CM channel. If you think of any bad video games you'd like me to take a look at, guys, any platform, let me know. Because we're getting through them. There are more good video games than bad, I've noticed. Average and good. We've done 11% of secret areas found. Just goes to show there are loads of places then to explore. I couldn't find them. But I'm not very good at this game. Yeah, I would say there are more average to good video games than bad. It's not always easy finding terrible video games, guys. In my opinion. But I'm sure there are far more out there. I don't know how to use these optional weapons. I've tried all the button... Oh, it's Elton John. Didn't know he was in Batman Forever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. This game's crap. Yeah, there are more average to good games, aren't there? It's not the easiest to find terrible, terrible video games, but I might be talking about my backside there. There's probably millions of them. It's another Elton John. Or, as he's known in this, Vorta. Anyway, I think that's enough for me, guys. I'm bored. And I'm sure you're bored by now as well. If you're still watching the video, thank you. But yeah, this is woeful. Look out for more content coming to the channel. I'll speak to you all very, very soon.